now. Well, hello everybody, and thank you for joining our session again today. We have a live session on Google Hangouts. Okay, so if you don't know how to get out on Google Hangouts, this is how it looks like. Okay, if you are here, you would probably show up on the bottom line. Okay, now we also have our viewers on YouTube, and I'm going to collect your comments from YouTube. And as for myself, my name is Ravital Chasson Nachum. I'm an energy reader and a coach, and I'm running the 30-day process on a Facebook group called How to Change Your Life in 30 Days, according to Abraham Hicks. And today we're going to discuss a very interesting question, and it's the never-ending question. People are driving themselves nuts over this question for as long as I remember myself. And I would like to propose a fresh and different approach to that question. Okay, so bear with me and keep your mind open and flexible, because I'm going to ask a lot of questions. Now, Now, since this is a video is like a book. You can run it backwards and forwards. So if you came here after we've done with our session, you can run to the end and get all your answers. Okay, it's like reading a book from the end. I definitely suggest that you're going to follow us. And here we start. Okay, and today's topic is how to find your life purpose and path. Here it is. Okay. So this is my first question. When you're looking to find something, okay, what process do you run into in your mind? When you're looking to find something, okay? Let's say you had something and you don't know where it is. So what are you doing? What's the process in your brain that you're doing in order to find something? Analyze and search. Okay, but what's going to be the first thing you're going to do? The first thing you're going to do when you're looking for something. And Vienne say possibilities where to find it. So where is going to be the first thing you're going to look in order to find it? What's going to be the kind of process you're going to run in your brain to find it? When you're looking to something. Let's say I'm looking for my eyeglasses. Where I'm going to find them, where I'm going to look for them. Exactly. You know, views say, find where I have seen that last. Exactly. When you're looking to find something, okay, the first thing you're going to do is to look, where was it that you have found it last, or where was it that it had been last time? Okay, so you're going to go, okay, for the first starting point that you have in your brain, and this is when you're going to start your journey as for looking. Okay, now I want to go back into our starting point. I want to go back to where you find when you find it. Okay, I want to go back to our original point here. Okay, so let's go back to my slides, to my precious slides. Okay, and this is my next question. Instead of me going to the dictionary and driving myself nuts, I decided to ask you the questions. Okay, and it's going to be, I want you to define life. What is life? Can you give a definition for life? And now I really want you to shoot off your sleeve, okay? I don't want you to go into any kind of dictionary. I don't want us to play sophisticated. I want us to play intuitive. We only say that life is an experience. Is that something that is breathing? You see, when we define a word, we cannot use that word. So you cannot see life, so when we're defining something or, trying to translate a word, we cannot use that word to translate. You see, the thing is that life became something that is so obvious to us that it's really difficult for us even to explain what it is. And does that say our time here? So what it means that when you're not here, this is not life. You have the form life in the body, and you have form of life which is out of the body. So what? Okay, so the thing is that what you're great and love. You see, so the thing is that once we are looking at a definition, when we say life, we definitely look from our perspective as human walking on this planet, okay? And we actually looking through our eyes as breathing, living, and eating, having an experience, okay? That's how we actually check definitions. We all the time check through our subjective perspective towards that we're looking for. Okay? Okay, so let's continue. Life is actually everything that exists, okay, and on its expansion form, because if you're not expanding, you're actually not living, okay? So everything that has expansion actually lives, okay, has life. Okay, and if we're looking for anything that has a certain process of expansion, we can actually define it as if it's leaving. Now I want you to go into define the word purpose. Can you define the word purpose? Purpose and reason. Okay, Vian said something. Vian said reason. Does that say what feels good to you? I would go into motivation. Okay, when it comes to purpose, I'm going to look for a motivation behind things. Okay, a purpose is something that is hidden behind a certain action. It's the motivation, it's the trigger, it's the desire behind it. When we are looking for a purpose, its purpose is also the benefit of it. What's the purpose? What are you trying to achieve by doing it? When we are looking for a purpose, we are looking for a motive. A purpose is actually a motive. It's the drive behind things. Now, I want you to define path. What do you mean by path? We don't say way. Now, when we talk about a path, Josette is saying a chosen direction. When do we use the word path? Path is a word that when I look at it, okay, actually indicate of a way things flow, of in a way things come to pass, the way things come, the way things move, okay, the way things evolve. Okay, when I'm looking into a path, when we're talking about path, usually we're not talking about something, you know, which is visible. Okay, when we're looking into a path, you say, oh, where that path looks, you know, take me to. Okay, so we're talking about of some kind of a link that could also be physical. Okay, Vio is giving us more of a sophisticated definition. He's saying medium to walk towards destinations. So it actually could be anything, anything that is going to lead us. Okay, let's continue. It's really important, to my perspective, that we're going to explore the words that we are actually using in order to compose a question. Okay. Now I want to ask you, have you ever looked for directions? Okay, what's the first thing you have to do? When you're looking for directions, what's the first thing you do? You answer GPS. What the GPS is going to ask you? Where would you like to go? Okay? And what's the first thing? A destination. And what's the first thing that the GPS is going to do? When you're looking for directions, what do you have to do? You have to enter address and then ask a question, and then what's the navigator is going to do? Lead? How? Okay, I'm going to show you something really funny. I want you to see something. Can you see this? This is Google Maps. Okay, when I'm looking for destinations, okay, what is it going to ask me? Okay? When I'm looking for directions, what is it going to ask me? One of the things, the reason, where would you like to go? You're all asking the same questions, okay? But you forget one thing, okay? And this is so typical to us, okay? That we are forgetting, okay? We take for granted, okay? The things we should always question, okay? Then say which way would you like to go, and I'm telling you that this is an advanced question. Okay, what's the first thing that your navigator is going to ask you? What is that your map is going to ask you to feed in order to find a path? Okay. Okay, Josette, this is fitting the settings. Okay, all of those things that you're telling me here are belong to the settings, and I want to tell you something which is extremely, extremely, extremely um, um, basic, okay? And it's so basic that we forget about it. That it is. You see, every navigator, every map is going to ask you where, to give destination between point A to point B. Otherwise, okay, if you don't have point A and point B, you cannot draw line, because line go between 2 points. Okay? 2 points. Okay? And we as humans, okay, always want to be there, and we are always forgetting, okay, to mark the start point, which is here. Okay, we always forget point A. We want to reach point B, but we always forget point A. Okay, and the point A is the most important point of every journey that you want to do. Everything. Okay, if you cannot define your point A, you would never be able to go to point B. That's how simple it is. Okay, and let's check it again on the map. Okay, and I'm going to make it even more obvious. Okay. Look at that. Okay, if I want to go, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but if I want to go from New York, which is in the north, which is up on this map, okay, to, let's say, Washington D.C., which is in the lower part of the map, okay, or let's say I want to go the other way around, okay, I must feed my navigator which is my starting point. I must. It might be a very different route, okay, if I'm going to decide that I'm going from Washington D.C. to New York, or if I'm going to go from New York to Washington D.C. Okay, so the navigator is going to give me 2 different alternatives, okay, for any way that I want to go. Okay, now I want to tell you something, okay? And one of the reasons is that I decided to show you those maps and ask those questions, okay, is because of that. You see, we are here, we are asking questions here, okay? You see, point A and point B. We're here in the middle of our path or somewhere on the road, okay? And what we do, okay, we want to find point A and point B as we are in it, okay? And the thing is that when do you feed your navigator? When do you feed your navigator? Do you feed your navigator as you're driving? Where do you feed your navigator? Yeah, just as I said, before you leave. Yes, you do. You feed your navigator before you leave. Now, the thing is that in any point during the way, you can reset your navigator and create a new destination. That's a choice. We can always do that, okay? And just think about it. If you're going to feed your navigator as you're driving, you might get yourself in an accident, okay? And sometimes you have to stop, okay, on the sideway and reset your navigator because you want to get yourself into a new destination. No matter what you do, whenever you decide, okay, on a new destination, okay, you have to do a reset process. Okay? Now, you're going to ask me, oh, I just want to know my path and purpose, and why do you give me all that blah, 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 blah? And I'm telling you that if the reason you don't know your path and purpose is because you didn't pay attention to all that blah, blah, blah. Okay? And the reason you didn't pay attention to all this blah, blah, blah is something that I think it's a waste of time even to go there. But let's take it as a fact. Okay? And the thing is that right now, we are trying to find our way as we are in the middle of Google Maps. We're in the middle of our way, and all of a sudden we say, oh, but where am I going, and what's the purpose of all of it? Okay? As if we were just driving, and all of a sudden, we forgot what we're doing. Okay? So let's go there. Okay, so what I want us to do is I want us to go back to point A, and actually what is point A? If you think about it, okay, and I really want you to go into the deepest thinking, okay, the deepest thoughts ever that you can go. Why? Because this is point A. What is point A? What is point A? And say, okay, where you're now. Point A is when we're now in every passing moment. Every passing moment is a point A moment, okay? But for the purpose of our discussion here, I'm looking for the point B. Okay, you are stuck on the moment. Okay, so I'm going to be really generous, and I'm going to give my perspective. Okay, because the thing is that one of the reasons we're asking those questions is the same reason that you are stuck in the now. Okay, the thing is, to my perspective, is that in order to find our life purpose and path, we have to go to the source, okay, of where we came here for. Okay, what's the point A of who we are? Okay, what are we what are we doing in this body? Why did we take this body to begin with? Okay, what's the reason, where did we come here from? What's the essence of us as being? Any ideas? The bigger question. Any ideas? Okay, so let's say we came from source. Any more ideas where we came from? We'll say that we're infinite energy. You see? Okay. Everybody's trying to be really creative here behind the scenes. Okay. The thing is that we have to use some ability of deciphering. We have to have the ability of really looking into the essence of things, okay, and look beyond meta, okay. And let's go back into my question. How do you know that this is the right way for you? Let's say you forgot where you started. You forgot. Forgot. That's it. Forgot. Amnesia. That's it. You forgot where you come from. Let's say you're a truck driver, okay, and you have some stuff with you, okay, and you have to deliver it. You have to deliver it, but you forgot where you started. How do you know that you're on the right way? Because it seems to me that most humanity, okay, and I know how it feels because I've been there, okay, most humanity, okay, forgot completely, okay, the sources of us, or where we come from, who we are, what's the essence of us, what's the purpose of us being here, and the only thing we want to know is where we're supposed to go, where we're supposed to go, and most of us are looking at people who made a big career or had great achievements, or history created a monument for them or a statue for them, and they said, oh, those people had purpose, those people have a path. Okay, what about me? What about me? If I'm not going to have a statue or a monument over my name, does it mean that it means that I'm nothing, I'm nobody, I didn't do anything, okay? If I'm not going to be registered in the human history, it means that I didn't have, well, I'm just another fly on the wall. Okay, so what are you saying to me, that you know that you're on the right path, or you're on your way, okay, when you feel good, okay, when it feels good to you? You'll say yes, exactly, when you feel good. Okay, so here I'm giving you a clue, okay, and it's an expression that whoever's on that arena familiar with, and it calls your highest excitement. Okay, sometimes people ask me, what is my life path, what is my life purpose, and and when I'm looking to this, okay, I'm going into a deeper thinking of it. Okay, I'm here as a representative of something which is broader. Okay, not bigger, broader. Okay, I'm here as a sail of something. Okay, I'm here. I'm here to um, integrate. Okay, a bigger, okay, broader aspect of myself too. Okay, I'm here to transport. Okay, and experience. Okay, to the broadest perspective that I am. This is what I am. I'm here as an agent. And believe it or not, we're all of us are agents. All of us, from the little insects, okay, even to the weather. We are all agents of something. We are all agents of a broader perspective. And if you think about it, okay, we are here on a universe that is made. It's constructed by light. Okay, and we came here. Okay, why did we come here? Okay, why we came here for the same purpose we do everything. Okay, we come here because we choose to, and why we choose to? We choose because we're agents. We come here to have an experience. Okay, and what we do, we share this experience with a broader perspective, which is us in different dimensions and different frequencies. And this question is, what is my life purpose and path? Okay, that kind of question is every time interpreted and translate, okay, differently in every time in our in our civilization, so to say. Okay, sometimes we look at it from a mechanical way of thinking. Sometimes we're looking from the spiritual way. Today we're looking from the spiritual way of it. Okay, we're looking from the spiritual origin of things. okay? And if you think about it, we're spiritual beings. We're not robots, we're not machines. The purpose behind everything that we do is non-physical. Okay, so all questions that we can ask ourselves should come from that source. So if you think about it, the only, even for the only reason that you have a body and you breathe, okay, and you live, okay, even that means, okay, that you are actually serving your purpose. You're actually on your path. From that moment on, it's just a matter of choice. What kind of experience do you want to experience? And that's all it is, actually. More than that, there is nothing. More than that, it's just what you choose to do with your experience. And I can tell you another thing, okay? A lot of people think that they have a mission, okay? They're here with a mission, and they are looking for their mission. And if you think about the principle of you as an agent of a broader perspective, okay? Let's say you're an agent of an agency, the way I like to call it, okay? That we're agents of agencies, okay? So actually, the agency is going to tell you. The agency is going to direct you. The agency is going to call you. Your life is going to call you for your life mission. They're going to be there to remind you of the things that they're expecting you to do according to your contract or according to the agreements that you have with them. Now, how do you decipher? How do you find those answers? Okay. To my perspective, these are secondary questions, okay, and we're going to touch them on part 2, okay. But here, the part 1 of this question and me discussing this, okay, is to understand where we come from. Because once you understand where you came from and who you are, actually, okay, you have the most part of your answer. Once you understand that you are actually an agent, okay, of a broader perspective of you, which is your agency, and you're here, you already understand that you're on your path. And what's the purpose? The purpose is to deliver information. Because that's what agents are doing. They're delivering information. They're delivering experiences. Why? Because the agent, not all agency can come and do the same thing that they do. You know, they have to send their agents. So we are all agents of a broader perspective of us, which is our agency, so to say, which is our soul family. Our soul family is watching over us, okay, and what we do, okay, and actually collecting our expressions. Okay? We already got a job. He said this is his job. He already got a job. Next he is going to ask for a salary. And then he's going to ask for a raise. Okay? I know that some of us are really practical and they say, listen, I'm not interested with all that spiritual thing. I want to know where to go. I want to have full instructions where and and when to go everywhere. And I said, well, this is your inner navigation. This is your inner compass. At the moment you are communicating with your inner compass, okay, which is within each and every one of us. Each and every one of us has a compass. And once we are attached to that compass, okay, we can definitely direct ourselves from point A to point B to point A to point B, because every time you go to point, you get from A to B, B become A again. Okay, any questions? Yeah, did that say so follow your heart? Definitely. What else can you do? I don't understand your question, Vio. Sometimes when people asking me what is the HN, you know, as for my initial for my family name, I say it's the human navigator. So got myself a compass. The thing is that I feel, to my perspective, we are ready to understand. We really ready to understand what we're here for. We really ready to understand the illusions about our life here. Okay, there's a very big illusions, okay, or misconceptions about what we do here. Okay, everybody or the entire society is built up in a way that if you are that if you're not doing something which is important, okay, and you know, it's most of those questions come from feeding, so to say, the ego, okay, then actually following our heart, okay, and there's nothing wrong with our ego, nothing at all. The thing is that and this is another subject, that we have segregated ourselves from our elements, okay, from the wholeness of who we are, okay, and the ego is part of us, okay, but once we are working in a separate aspect of the ego, okay, we're not going to find it, because the ego is going to go one way and your heart is going to go the other way. But once you embrace them both together, okay, then you got yourself on a harmonious path, harmonious way of experiencing your life. Okay, this is the end of part one, and thank you for joining us. If you have any more questions for me today, I'm going to be much more than just happy to answer you. Okay, whatever I would like to encourage you to do, I would like to encourage you to search and look and find and and check and do whatever you can to find the source of who you really are. And that's not supposed to throw you into a bigger turmoil or a deeper confusion, not at all. Okay, the answers are very simple. We are humans, okay, and as humans, we are here on the planet. And if you think about it, we live on this planet. And what it means that we live on this planet, we cannot survive somewhere else, okay? Our body cannot survive somewhere else. Our vehicle cannot survive anywhere else. It can survive only on this planet. Okay, it's like the fish. The fish can survive in the water. We cannot survive in the water. This is not our environment. Okay, we survive. You know, so we survive on this planet. We breathe the air. Okay, we drink the water. We eat the food. Okay, this is our environment. So it means that the first thing that we did here, okay, we had agreement with the planet. Our first agreement as human is with the planet. Okay, the planet is the first source of life for us here. Okay, the planet is the one that actually provides us with everything that we need in order to have that physical experience. Without the planet, we have no physical experience. Okay, so the first source of us, okay, the first source that I'm going to look for is me as a human being having an agreement, okay, with Gaia, with Mother Earth, okay, to have life experience in this body here, and everything on top of it is secondary. So the first thing I'm going to look for is me having an agreement with a planet of having mutual life together. It's that agreement that we have together. Okay, we are here to be nurtured by our planet, and we are here, okay, to move on with the planet. You see, our planet at this time space reality is shifting. Okay, it's shifting. It's like transforming. And the fact that we are here in this time space reality, each and every one of us, just say that we're part of it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. So we have very big clues, okay, very big clues on the essence of who we are, and the essence of the life that we have, of what exactly do we do here. And we're not here to serve anyone else but the contract that we have between us and the planet, and that's it. We're not here to serve any aliens. We're not here to serve any extraterrestrials. We're not here to serve anything. The only thing we're here to serve, okay, is our contract between us and the planet. And that's, to my opinion, first and foremost. Everything else is secondary. Everything else is secondary if you're going to have if you're going to every other function in your life is secondary. Yeah, that's so down to earth. Yes, it's all down to earth. And that's how I name my business, Spirituality Grounded. Why it's grounded? Because without Mother Earth, without Gaia, without our planet, there's nothing. Without our connection to the planet itself, okay, we don't have any. That's it. We're humans. Once we define ourselves to the heart, really to the heart of it, really to the essence of who we are, okay, then we definitely have our step one. Then we have a very, very, very strong sense of direction of where we are and what we're doing here. Any questions? Somebody wants to know what car to buy, what food to eat. Okay. So we're going to let's say caring for the planet is our first priority. I would say our connection to the planet. Our connection to the planet. You see, everybody, if you think about it, there is no coincidence. There is no mistakes. If you are living here, you have a life experience here on the planet at this time-space reality, it's because you have to be here. It's because you have an agreement with the planet to be here at the time of that shift. It's really important. It means that the first thing is that on your contract is that you are part of that shift. It's really important. It's really important for the planet, for you to be here at this time. You see, there is some kind of a support link, okay, between us and the planet. If you ask me about being your best self, to be your best self is to have your best experience. Okay, is to bring the best of your experience into path, so to say. If I'm taking myself as an example, okay, and I know that I'm not an example for a lot of people, but if I'm taking myself as an example, the thing that I'm focusing right now, okay, I'm focusing on what's happening to the planet. Okay, I'm very much interested, I'm very much focused on what's going on. When I'm looking outside of my windows, when I'm walking around, okay, when I'm uh, just experiencing the outdoors and even the indoors, I'm very much attuned to the hardcore of the planet itself. I'm very much attuned to the heartbeat of of that magnificent planet that I am part of. If I can learn more about your focus, that would be awesome. I would be able to give you a I would be able to give you a better perspective. The first and foremost of how I see myself here is to support that shift. First of all, that's how I see myself. I see myself as I'm here to support that shift. Everything else that I do is secondary. And the way that I do this is by carrying a certain vibration. You see, the shift is the shift of the planet itself, and because we are in contract with the planet, we have an agreement with the planet. We as humans are belong to that life, okay, being that is the planet itself, okay. The planet is not just a bulk of dust, okay. It's a consciousness. It's a being that has been there, okay. It's not just some kind of a bowl of mud that is spinning there somewhere on space. Okay, it has its identity, it has its life, it has its consciousness, it has its circles. Okay, it has its expansions. Okay, and now the planet is shifting. Is shifting from a planet to more of a light being, more, it means the frequencies, okay, of the light are changing. Okay, the planet is completely shifting, and transforming, okay, its existence. Okay, I cannot go into scientific definitions. I'm not going to be good in that. But let's say that it's a growth period of the planet itself. The planet is changing. And we are part of that evolution. And believe it or not, the shifts have already been done, okay? In March 21st, okay, 2013, which was over a year ago, okay, the shifts have been done already. We are not on 30 anymore. We are not. So the first thing we have come here to do is to be part of that, is to support that. That's what we came here to do, and I know that for a fact. Everybody is going to be different on the way they are facilitating things, okay? If we think about people who are doing big stuff, okay, they're facilitators on their own levels. And each one of us is a facilitator on their own level. Okay, Okay, Josette said, where can we learn more about it? I can tell you something. Today I had a very interesting conversation, okay, and you're going to laugh when you're going to hear that. But I had a very interesting conversation with the planet itself, okay? Okay, and you see, the thing is that everything that has a consciousness, you can actually create a dialogue with. And me, because I'm such a dialogue person. You see, I cannot even talk to the camera because it's a monologue for me. I have to have some kind of feedback with people. Okay, I am more interactive. Okay, so I was interacting with the planet itself, and and believe it or not, it was so easy, And I asked, you know, why is it that that you were willing to allow that kind of a physical experience that we leave off each other, okay? And animals are just, you know, killing each other, okay? And what the answer I got was kind of surprising, and it say, isn't that it in your body that your immune system is killing everything that considers to be an enemy? I said to myself, that's a smart one. Okay? You see, even our body is feeding off physical stuff. Okay? In order to nourish our body, we are nourishing it by physical things. Okay? Physical elements. Okay? And the answer I got was that as I'm going to change my body into more of a light body, okay, that mechanism is going to change as well. Okay, I'm not going to have those cells. I'm not going to have this immune system. I'm not going to have that desire or need to feed myself with elements that are physical. And the same thing about the planet. The planet is shifting. Okay, and the phenomena of each one eating the other, so to say, is not going to be part of the game anymore because the vibration of the planet is going to shift. It's not going to be the physical body that it is now. It's going to be more of a light, okay, being. Okay, as we are going to shift into our bodies, we're going to be more of a light being. Okay, we're going to change our frequency. So this is the kind of differences. This is the kind of changes that we are going to. And that was only one conversation that I was making. The thing is that if you have questions, you just ask. And if I would have to go and look for sources of information, I would go and look for sources of information of people or that actually love the planet. People who feels that their best connection is to the planet itself. I wouldn't go and look into extraterrestrials. I wouldn't go and look for aliens. I'm not going to look for anything which is out of the planet. I'm going to look to find my answers here from the planet itself, from my heart center. Yes, our bodies are also adjusting to those changes, and we are shifting our bodies as well. A lot of people are reporting differences and changes in their physical behavior. Let's say their digestion system, they cannot eat like they used to eat before. Okay. Any more questions before we are done here? Internet can drive us crazy. Okay, so in absence of any more questions for today, we're going to close this session, and I'm going to see you again on Friday. On Friday on 3:33 here. Okay, and we're going to take it one step forward. And if you have any more questions, you can comment, you can text me, you can send me, you can ponder on it. I know that the way I'm looking at it is a little different. Okay, it's like answering and not answering, I'm sure. And yeah, and it takes time. I know that it takes time to process this. Okay, the first time that I started to figure things in this way was very abstractive to me. It took me a little to wrap my mind around it. It took me a little to find my way to approach the subject. Okay. So yes, should I live according to the planet? You are living according to the planet. You have no other way. You have no other way. You are living according to the planet. You are drinking water. You are breathing air. You are walking on the planet. You are living according to the planet. Okay? You are. It's not really a choice. It's not really a choice. Above that, you can ask yourself, is there any way I can contribute? Is there any way I can do something, And it's up to you. It's something that you can feel in your heart. Okay, what is that is on your highest excitement? What is that is where do you fit in? Okay, it's a calling from within. Okay, and then a calling from life. Okay, if you want to find your life purpose, okay, actually it's two things combining together. It's those 2 points of point A and point B. Okay, where your heart is directing you, okay, with your sensations and feeling, and when life is calling you. And what is life calling you? Is the broader perspective that you are, is your soul family, is your agency. Your agency is definitely going to give you directions. Your agency is definitely going to tell you what to do. Your agency is definitely going to tell you what they're expecting you to do. It's like me, I'm getting directions from the broader perspective that I am. And if I don't, if thank you, now I get it. You see, the thing is that if I am not following my agency instructions, okay, I'm going to have a lot of issues on my way. And it's not going to feel that good. So there have to be some kind of a correlation, okay, between how you feel, okay, how your heart is directing you and how life is calling you. You see, the only thing you have to do is to allow your path, okay, to lead you. You're not supposed to find a path and hunt it and chase it. No, you have to let it find you and let you drive you through. Does that say, is there a way to hear your agency better? Meditation, go with the flow day by day. It's kind of an individual, okay, but if I think about it, what I do, okay, as I said, I like to talk, so I like to conversate, so I make a conversation. So I make a conversation with my reality. I make a conversation with my experience. I make a conversation with, I'm even sometimes making conversation with my thoughts, so to say. You see, the thing is that once you start being aware of the existence of the broadest perspective that you are around you, once you start linking yourself to that aspect, okay, it becomes clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer. And when it comes to meditation, I wouldn't pull light from nowhere, okay? Okay, I wouldn't try and get assistance from nothing which is not myself. And the most important thing is grounding, okay? Whenever you have the chance to go and actually communicate and connect yourself with nature, with Mother Earth, with Gaia, with the planet. Okay, physical. Just do that. To my perspective, to my experience, the way I see things, the way I find my answers is the path of serendipity. That's how I find things. Things are just reveal themselves to me, and that's how I find my way. Things just reveal themselves to me, and I'm doing my best not to be attached to superstitious ideas, and not to attach to certain thought, and to be obsessive about something or any kind of idea. I'm really trying to keep it open and flexible. And the thing that I'm trying my best is not to drive myself crazy. I don't see much of a point with this. Every time I'm driving myself crazy or overthinking something, it just yeah. You really want to listen to yourself more. The thing is that we really want to build up that connection, this inner connection. Okay. So thank you for being with us today, and I'll see you next time. And if you want to join us, this is our Facebook group. Okay, it's How to Change Your Life in 30 Days. Okay, it's Abraham Hicks. Okay, and we have a Google Plus community. That's how you get yourself here. Just see how funny it is. Okay. Then say a million thanks. It's great to take part in session. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, and then thank you so much. Amazing. Oh, really happy. Okay. And here we are again. Thanks, Ravita. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here with me. I wouldn't be able to do it without you. I cannot talk to the camera. I find it completely boring. You know, I didn't get used to it. Maybe one day. Okay? So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.